Good morning, you guys. We just took a little road trip up to the MagnaFlow facility this morning because we are actually going to be spending some time with the M4 today. Now, you guys haven't seen the M4 in quite a while, and that's because the car needed a few different changes before it was really dailyable. Now, today we're going to go over all of those things, but the first thing that we needed to do was change the exhaust setup. The setup that we had on the exhaust was made really just for SEMA, and if you guys don't remember, it was extremely loud. And not only was it loud, it had a crazy frequency and vibration throughout the car because now the car is made of carbon fiber and not so much metal. So it has a crazy vibration and shake, and this was not suitable for a daily drive. I have not driven this car with the GT3 kit on it, and I've had the exhaust not be blaringly loud. Oh, this is such a great step in the right direction. Now, here is what the new exhaust layout looks like. These S58s, in my opinion, just don't sound that great. Now, what a lot of people will do is they'll make an equal length mid-pipe setup, and that does help the engine and help the tone and help the sound be a lot more bearable. Now, currently we don't have that, but I wanted to at least just test this setup just to see if it was going to reduce the vibration, the frequency of the drone before modifying it again. So this probably isn't the final product, the final version of what we're gonna have this exhaust setup be. It was more so a test with what resonators and what mufflers can we make the setup work that I actually can tolerate it. And this is epic. The new setup looks good. Thank you, MagnaFlow. They went through a couple different versions and they had to really get crafty with being able to fit the amount of diameter underneath the car and getting the right size mufflers and resonators to fit. It is still loud, do not get me wrong, but just cruising the car sounds a lot better and is a lot more tolerable, but it still sounds like an S58 trumpet. Sounds a lot better. I'm hyped. The car still feels like it's driving super stiff, and a lot of that I think is the tire setup. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just bumpy in here. It's also extremely difficult to balance drag radials. I feel once we go to an actual tire that is meant for the road, we'll be able to eliminate this and the car is gonna handle better, feel better, and drive better. I just got my new Hunt Quarters hoodie. This is actually live today. I talked about it earlier this week. This is the first drop the Hunt & Co is doing in the new space, the whole new building. And I'm gonna be filming all of the product coming in over the next 2 days. But if you go to thehuntandcompany.com right now, the link is down below. You can shop our new tee that we just dropped. We also have a matching hoodie in brown that I'm wearing. These are both heavyweight garments. They feel absolutely amazing and the quality doesn't miss. And we also dropped a brand new hat, and it's this really cool BRG cream corduroy hat embroidered with Hunt Quarters. It looks hot. It just dropped. The links are down below. Thank you to everyone who is supporting us and keeping the dream alive. Damn, this car is so good looking. Wow. The next thing I want to change on this car is the tire setup. We're currently on Mickey Thompson's, which is a drag radial on all four corners. And although that this worked and we purposely chose this for SEMA, on a daily driving aspect, I have found that it actually really sucks. It looks cool, but it's very stiff, and because it's a drag radial, we had to add so many wheel weights, and it just added a whole bunch of extra things that we didn't necessarily need. The reason why we chose the drag radials is because we really wanted to have a tire that had a super tall sidewall. Now again, cue comments down below, but people being like, oh, the ride height's too high. This is a GT3 kit. It's not gonna look low. This car is lower than a normal G82, so if you're commenting that, odds are you didn't watch the whole entire series, you're not up to date, so I'm not even gonna waste our time with that. But we need a super tall sidewall to help fill up the wheel arch. There was no other tires that we could physically get our hands on that were in the spec of tire that we needed. We also needed to have the ODs on the front and back match because this is an all-wheel drive setup. So it just got very complicated. Now, I was trying to find a different tire setup for this, and I called my guys over at Nitto, and I was like, hey, do you think that maybe you could make us a custom tire? And they actually entertained that idea. Upon talking farther, they actually had a tire size that was very similar to what we're running. Now this tire is a 325/35/18. That's a very big tire for an 18, and the sidewall is the biggest thing. There's really nothing 300 plus in the 18 range that has a taller sidewall than 35, but Nitto was like, wait a minute, we actually made a very similar tire of that size for the guys at RTR for Formula D. The Formula D cars, the RTR guys, they run an insanely tall sidewall tire for their drift cars. And it just so happens that it's actually very similar to the size that we need. Now, I don't even know if this is available publicly. I think it has to be, but they're not really advertised anywhere. And rather than being a 325, 35, 18, this is a 315, 40, 18. It's just gonna be a little bit skinnier than the 325s, but this is also a little bit taller. But look how similar this tire is. Now this is sitting on a ramp, but it's gonna be crazy. And what's great is we were looking at drag radials this whole entire time because, you know, there was nothing really else available in the size option. And when you do a drag radial, you don't really have the sidewall support, you don't really have tread. And this is an actual street tire. MTV Cribs, bedroom edition. Behind me, the highlight of this whole entire room, that's my Helix sleep mattress. Now, I've told you guys plenty of times before, you're in your 20s, maybe you're in your 30s, and odds are you've probably kept the same mattress you've had since you were in high school or your college dorm room, and let me be the one to tell you, that's disgusting. Get rid of it. Get a Helix sleep mattress, save yourself the hassle, and join the gang. And you might be saying, Teach, how do you expect me to buy a mattress online? How can I jump on it and test it out and lay on it? That seems kind of risky, but it's not, because Helix has a quiz that you can take on their website. And on this quiz, you're gonna answer some information about yourself and how you like to sleep, and it's gonna pair you with the best Helix mattress that suits your results. From there, they're gonna deliver your bed to your front door in this big box. You're gonna drag it in, you're gonna take it out. It's gonna inflate over a couple hours, and you're ready to rip. I currently have the Midnight Luxe mattress because I'm a back sleeper and I'm like a medium firmness bed, but there's options for everyone, so take the quiz to see which one is best for you. And if for any reason you get your mattress and you don't like it, don't worry, because they have a 100-night trial where you can test the mattress out, and there's even a warranty and financing payments available if you need it. And right now they're running a President's Day sale. So if you go to helixsleep.com/TJ Hunt or click the links down below in the description, you can get a mattress up to 25% off plus a free bedroom bundle. This sale is bigger than normal, so if you've ever contemplated or if you need to upgrade, this is the time to do it. Click the links down below or just go to helixsleep.com/TJ Hunt. 25% off, that's massive. Take advantage, upgrade your sleep. And thank you so much, Helix, for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get back to it. So we're gonna be throwing these tires on today. I'm really excited to see how they're gonna look. But the scary part about this is we're gonna have to trim a little bit.
Yeah, but what happens is this little corner right here is what always affects this area and this area. So if it's a little narrower but a little taller, that corner might move inboard a little bit. It might save our ass. Who knows?
And what's really cool is this tire setup was like the main reason why we haven't went and tracked this car yet. Now there's a lot of debate and there's been a lot of controversy down below in the comment section. The drag radial isn't gonna have the support for high speeds in turning because it doesn't have the sidewall support. And others say, oh, it would be totally fine. But now, with that eliminated, we're gonna have a tire that's gonna have everything we need to do everything we want. So I'm really happy. This has been like multiple months in the making to try to find a tire that works. Literally, I went as desperate as asking Nitto if they could make us a custom tire. Would have been cool.
But this is way cooler.
But this is really cool that we're running a Formula drift car setup.
Front and rear.
On a street car on all four corners. So, we're gonna take these wheels off. Our compressor isn't hooked up yet, so we're gonna have to go to the tire shop down the street to get these mounted. I can't wait to see their reaction when we bring them a 325 square tire setup, and then throw these things on. They're gonna be like, what the hell is this supposed to be for? And then we're gonna nut and bolt check the whole entire car just because I wanna get Dylan and Ian's eyes on it just to make sure everything is suited, because ever since we did SEMA, we've driven this a little bit, but we haven't given it a once over, so we'll do that too.
Look at like the hub. TJ put some test mouths on it. We finally get to see what's wearing through, what's coming loose, what works, what doesn't work. Case in point is just kind of like things like this are gonna happen, right? So I'm gonna go through, do all of the body Allens, double check everything. You're not gonna be able to see it, but the sway bar is lightly contacting the upper camber arm. So we have to either make a light adjustment, shave some things off, clearance it, whatever.
Just want to give a special little shout out to this product that's saving the day right now. I've talked about this a million times, the all-wheel cleaner. Absolute legend of a product. These wheels, okay, I didn't get it before, but you probably saw them when we were just inside looking at them. I don't think I've washed these. I've washed them one time since SEMA, but I really haven't been driving this car that much, which is why it's got a really like neglected persona, but not after today. I also want to out ourselves before there's comments.
Oh God.
Look at the wheel weights.
I'll take partial. Calvin, myself, we all had a hand in that.
We used all of the wheel weights that we had at the time.
Dude, it was a box. It was pound, and I'm talking pounds of wheel weights. These tires aren't meant to be balanced and daily driven a ton. They're just not. And those wheel weights really show that. We're not totally stupid. I'm kind of stumped.
Partially.
Just a little, enough.
I love to see a bunch of Niddle tire, baby. Time to go to the wheel shop. Tire and wheel shop. Wheel shop, tire shop. Wheel and tire shop. Time to go to the wheel and tire shop. I would like to point out that Dylan is a traitor.
Okay.
Blur it out, Twan. Blur it out.
It's an old cool hat. I actually use it for a design inspo.
I'm just joking. The guy just came out to see what we were like mounting and remounting and unbalancing, whatever, and he was like, whoa, what are these used for? It was a pretty fun reaction. I wish I got it on camera. We're gonna move the car around, unload all of our stuff, and hopefully come back the next hour or two and pick it all up and go back and mount it. I'm gonna show you guys the best part about having our own shop now and not sharing a space with anyone. Let me show you. Hello everyone. No one cares that I'm here. Oh, it's because their brother's outside running around with Sabrina. Mr. Hilo, Mr. Blue. All they can literally fixate. Oh, here he comes. Hello!
Oh, hello!
Hello! Is Kona having an anxious panic attack and just running in circles?
Somebody's farting and it's not me, so I've been trying to see if we could get any poops out of these boys.
Look at this
and
tail.
Nobody has to go. You want? This is for you. Watch, but he'll drop it and then this one will take it. Come on! You are a special boy. Come on!
Being able to bring them to the office is such an awesome thing to do. I know, it's so good. That's like what we used to do in like the original shop, the original like #1 spot.
If you guys are OGs,
Blue.
you remember when I would load both of these boys up into my CX-5 every single day, and they were at the shop with me every day. We worked out of one small little room, and now we have all this space.
Hey, don't forget, Sabrina, tonight, secret date, dinner at 8:30.
Oh, I'm busy.
You're busy?
So here we have sweet potato.
Why are the lights off in here?
Because it's
You
a
don't like
vibe.
the lights
You
off?
can turn it on. Try a bite of this. Oh, try it.
That looks
Trust me,
not.
trust me, trust me. You're gonna like it. Tell me that's not the most gas potato chip you've ever had. It doesn't have any of the toxic ingredients. Caught on fire.
Flavor's there. It's really dry though.
Well, it's freeze dried.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I can taste that now. It's pretty good. I also just got a call from the tire shop. Our stuff is ready. So let's go pick it up and test fit it on the M4. Okay, so these are the fronts. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. If that doesn't get you excited to see the next 2 minutes of this video, I don't know what will. I'm hyped. Just to give you guys a size comparison as to how big of a wheel and tire setup this is, and I could really like provide an example of what I mean by like, we have this type of tire setup because we're trying to take up as much of the wheel well as possible. Right here is an 18-inch wheel. This is the same diameter of wheel that we are using on the M4. Now, Anthony, hold this frame so they could see the size. This is a 265/35/18. Pretty common tire size when it comes to 18-inch wheels. Now, this is what the M4 wheel looks like for size comparison. Quite a big difference there. You can literally see from over here, like we're talking like multiple inches of height.
see.
Yeah, we have to do it on the ground. The tires are so big that droop is hitting the inside of the wheel well.
What? No way. I think we have to remove the ABS portion of it. It's pretty wedged.
Gonna have to do it the dirty way.
This is the
Dirty? Dirty.
Oh, tell me when you see if it's
Are you satisfied that you wrestled that in? We could have just lowered it, jacked up the arm, and put it in way easier.
Oh my goodness, he's deadlifting his own phone.
Oh, this one's perfect.
We're for sure gonna need to trim it. 100%.
The front?
The inside, the back side of this thing. Oh man, that's a fat tire. That is a fat tire. Okay, now we gotta do the turn test. Because this is a larger tire, probably gonna hit the inside of the fender right here, which we've already have to trim a good amount, and we're probably gonna have to trim more.
same as the other tire. Exactly what I was talking about earlier where it brought it in. Keep going. Keep going. What you're really worried about is like bump and deflection.
Yeah.
Droop we're not worried about other than the rear, right? Where you saw where it pinches in and it follows the radius and it might hit it.
Yeah.
What we're worried about right now is turning and then bump through the turn sweep. So through the cycling sweep. So what we're doing right now is we're going to our worst, which is full lock, right? So again, turn, full lock. So we're watching go full lock, slow. Okay, I'm gonna trim this side a little bit. See how close it is there.
Yeah.
The other side clearly had more room there.
Yeah.
So keep going, slow. See how it opens up?
Yeah.
So this curve is obviously I hand did both these sides. So this curve was a little less curved, a little more flat. So in that steering arc right here, it comes a little closer. And then what I'm worried about is stop, leave it right there. Is how close it gets to any of these like modules or wires or the actual frame. Go right. So I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, that's so tight.
So what I'm worried about, you can see it. This frame rail pinch right here, we might bite that at some point. Right now it's okay, it's less than ideal. What'll happen is he'll hit a bump at lock and it'll pinch this tire. So in like a racing application, it would bite and give him feedback to pull the car that direction, which is not good. But again, for now what we're doing, and without having to paint this, I'm gonna see if it rubs. We'll look for tire wear. So what I'm gonna do right now is just trim this section right here. Maybe another 1/8 of an inch.
A few moments later.
Falling in love with this car all over again. Lately, I've been dealing my GT3 RS and my R34 GTR, but I feel like I'm gonna start driving this thing a hell of a lot more. It just looks so good. And the new tire setup is aggressive. It looks so cool. I can actually in person tell that the wheels are a little bit taller and it fills the arches a little bit more. Now, our next test is we're gonna drive this car home and I'm gonna see if it feels any different. Like earlier in this video, I was talking about how the car just feels a little stiff. And I think some of that is, well, the suspension setup, we had it cranked like full stiff, but I also think it has to do with the tires a little bit. And the swaying and floatiness, I think, is from the tires and the sidewall. Now that we have these tires on, it should be a little bit softer because they have a stiffer sidewall and it shouldn't have as much float. So let's drive this home and let's see if we can feel a difference. Meanwhile, my truck is getting used as the dog van.
When I took it to Jimbo's this morning, Kona was in the front seat. I'll take this home. You can take this home.
No, I'll take this one home. I love this truck. We have a really cool collaboration with CJC Off-Road in like 3 weeks. So all the truck people out there, something cool is happening with this car very, very soon. I realize it's probably gonna take maybe 5 to 10 minutes of driving, if not a little bit more, to really feel the difference of this tire setup. So I'm gonna drive for a little bit, and then I'm gonna update you guys once I've made a decision if it made any difference or not. All right, it's only been a couple minutes. I haven't really driven that far, but that's how quick of a difference this has made. I am so happy, and I was just thinking, I was like, damn, there are so many partners that have made this car be what it is, but the combination of the dampening adjustment, 600 LT, ooh, the combination of the damping adjustment from the Olin suspension and the Nitto tires, just in like 30 mile per hour or less in like kind of rough roads, in and out of traffic on like normal like city streets, wow. Major difference, which that's where I kind of like really felt it, was just on like little bumps that felt like they just kind of like pierced the whole in car. Olin's absolutely amazing product. They're definitely doing their job. And the Nitto tire, I think it's a combination of both of them making a difference that is automatically making an improvement throughout the car that you can already see. And that's something that's really, really fulfilling when tinkering around with a car, is like making adjustments, going out and driving on those adjustments, and then being like, ooh, I see the feedback, I see the change. It's very rewarding. Very much like when we're like at the track with the drift car, making adjustments, needing more toe out, more toe in. Being able to refine those little things in cars, you know, as simple as just what we did today, it feels good. And it makes you love the car that much more, and that leads you to drive the car more. The MagnaFlow exhaust today, like there's so many cool brands today and companies today that all contributed to improving this car, and it just feels real good. It's a feel-good moment. I haven't even tuned this car yet, and it is so fast. That's why I have the check engine light, because of the exhaust setup we have on the car. Need to tune it, just haven't done it. When you tune these cars, you have to like send the ECU out to a different country, and it's a whole thing. We did it with the Mark V Supra, which utilizes obviously the whole BMW ECU platform, and we shipped it to, I'm not even gonna say where we shipped it because I'm gonna butcher it, but we had to ship it to a different country. It might have been Russia, I don't know. But today I added the TPMS wheel sensors because we didn't have that, so I'm happy to have that back in the car. Oh, this car's good. Now, the search is gonna continue because I wanna go and race this against an actual GT3 Cup car. And it's gonna happen. There's a few people out there, but they're all in like the different side of the country. So I'm working on getting in contact with someone. That's gonna be a really cool video, and I can't wait for it. But I just forget, I'm like putting this thing in M mode and seeing how beautiful it looks. If you're gonna buy like an Huracan or an R8, you could buy this car and have better performance. Yeah, man. And with this tire setup, it doesn't have that float that the Mickey Thompsons had. Yes, this is what I've been after. Getting the car to feel like this again. The car just feels stock. And that was the whole premise, was have a stock M4 on the inside and out, stock, like, well, stock suspension, meaning like just coilovers, have the comfortability of having a stock suspension setup while having a GT3 Cup car body. And we've done it. We have absolutely done it. The car has never felt as good as it has right now. This car's fast. Woo! Oh God, it's so sick, man. Oh, I'm so hyped. Hell yeah. I love it. So good. Listen to that. Factory fan option just staying on a race car. Well, the body of a race car. Just drove 30 minutes to dinner because it's Valentine's Day. Sabrina, review it. Review the car. You've been in it before when it was louder.
It was comfy.
It was like normal.
If you told me it wasn't wide body, if you told me that it was the same car before you did all of that,
It didn't feel like it was.
Still looks like shit.
Okay. Okay. All right. Felt more comfy. Didn't feel like super stiff.
No, not at all.
Also, noise brought down a little bit. Not as like blaring and vibrational.
TJ and I go into the casino on Valentine's Day because we're the coolest couple you have ever met.
There's a really good steakhouse here that we love. But yes, we also like to play blackjack. Just came up on a 350 looking clean. Sabrina, what are those wheels called?
GT.
Damn! I didn't tell her to say that, I swear. That's clean. Dude, 350s. A lot of times, sorry, they're just, they've gotten to the age of where like they just get clapped out.
They're clapped. 99% of them are clapped.
I love that. Stock, he has like a little lip, like stock arrow for the most part, good wing, good fitment. That makes me hyped. I love to see just a clean. What?
Reminds me of the R35. Like a little baby version.
Oh, the other one. Yeah, I agree. Looks good. We already finished our meal. It was insane. If you are in San Diego, Black and Blue, literally one of the best steakhouses in.
No free promo.
Sorry, no free promo.
They even give you roses to hand to your ladies, boys.
They don't. That was just for today.
It's just on Valentine's Day.
Actually, I called in special for that to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't zoom in on me right now.
How'd you know? I was going to,
Please don't.
and then I didn't.
Do it. We lost. We lost big time, you guys. We lost big time.
I wasn't gonna tell him that.
Come on. You want to be. Oh! Oh, no. Oh. Come on, careful. You're in the bike lane. Careful, there's homeless people out here sometimes.
There is a lot of downforce on this car.
No, there's a car right there.
Woo! It feels good to have his car back, man. It feels so good. The thing is dialed. I am itching to take this to a track day, but I want to end this video.
I'm itchy to take this to a track. You said I'm itchy.
I'm itching.
But it sounded like I'm itchy.
I'm itchy? I didn't say I'm itchy.
You did. You said I'm itchy to take this to the track. Run it back.
Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope my excitement bleeds through the screen or the phone that you guys are watching this on. And remember, the new drop is live on thehuntingcompany.com. Go check it out. Keeping the dream alive, and this is the first drop of the whole entire new shop. So if you guys haven't watched the whole series of the shop being built, this t-shirt is dedicated to all of you guys watching.
Are you gonna bring back the Hunt Quarters Instagram?
A lot of people keep asking me that. I don't know what to do with it because it's so hard to post on the Hunting Company. Oh my God.
Hi.
It's hard to post on all the different accounts. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But thank you guys for watching today's video. I know we took like a couple. We haven't posted that frequently. It's just because we've been getting caught up. And let me tell you, if you're watching this video, we're caught up. So we're gonna be posting it pretty much every other day for the rest of the month. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and keep moving forward.